show back and better than ever from the coast. Good to see the squad back together again. Kmart is rolling. J-Mac, Jeff Saturday. Basketball squad is in effect as well. As we got Monica, we got Wendy, but we had Wemby last night. We had the Spurs and the Lakers. Lakers playing without LeBron, without Luka, without Reeves.
Oh, that's fun.
So just enjoy watching Victor Wembanyama. Everything I'm about to show you happens in the first quarter. Well, first of all, that's the Euro walk as opposed to the Euro step.
He started at half court right there.
Yeah, but they give it to him. Now, hold on a second. Now we got a little Wemby. Watch him working on Jake Larry. Look,
the left hand,
gracious.
Okay, Wemby.
Yeah, but how you going to D that up, bro?
We're still in the quarter. Watch this. Watch Wemby. He can do it from inside. He can do it from outside. So he's got 17 consecutive points in the first quarter, and he's not done. Not done. Stephon Castle up. Wemby, 21 in the quarter. Still in the first quarter. Wembanyama's got 23 points in the paint.
Oh, go to work.
Working.
The touch.
25 points in the quarter. Spurs by 1 million. Stay with it.
Roll, J-Mac.
Second quarter, Spurs up 25. De'Aaron Fox understands the assignment. Don't lay it in.
Don't do him like that.
Wemby to 29. Later in the quarter, watch the left hand.
I mean, you literally have no chance.
At least the Lakers fans got a good show, though.
Yeah, that's what they deserve. Dylan Harper throws it up. Wembanyama throws it down. He's got 37 in the first half. Yeah, Spurs up 39. Third quarter, the 29-point lead. Wembanyama.
Finished him.
40 points, 12 rebounds. He barely played in the third quarter. He didn't play in the fourth quarter. He scored 40 points in 26 minutes.
He didn't sweat.
It was his second game with 40 points in under 30 minutes played, already tied for the third most such games in the last 70 years. And then he had this fascinating response when asked about wanting to play versus sitting in the fourth quarter.
This kind of games, you got to have, the greed. I mean, every game you have to have this greed, to want more every time. Because, at all times, it doesn't matter who's on the court. There's somebody who's going to want to stop you from doing what you do out there. So.
All right, we got Wemby, we got Wendy, we got Monica McNutt early this morning. Monica, I will make my statement in the form of a question to you. Has Wembanyama become the best show in the NBA in his third year?
It feels like it, for sure, Greeny. Yeah, I would go ahead and do that, just because I think we are all still marveling at the combination of, obviously, his frame and what he's able to do. I mean, look at that highlight. As you so eloquently explained, he did it inside, outside, mid-range, like whichever way you want it, Victor Wembanyama has been able to deliver it. And what I think has made this so fascinating in terms of the enthusiasm around the Spurs is that when you look at this supporting this is a team that you feel on both sides of the basketball when they're playing their best.
Wendy, what are the right things to say right this minute about both Wembanyama and this team he plays for in the West?
Well, first off, he has more 40-point games now than Tim Duncan did. Did you hear what I just said? He's got more 40-point games than Tim Duncan. Okay, that's right, number one. Number two, I don't think he was too impressed with the Jake LaRavia, Maxi Kleba, Luke Kennard defensive system that J.J. Redick put out there on him last night. He kind of decided that if you're going to put that out there on me, I'm going to do these things to you, and he is at the level where he can do that. Now, the Lakers were so sort of out of place that they just basically started running zones, and he started making threes. I have a saying, I developed it sort of last year, and I'm sticking with it, is we don't put ceilings on Victor Wembanyama, which is if you say to me, can Victor Wembanyama do X? My answer almost always is going to be yes, because I'm not going to put a ceiling on him. So the Spurs team has some flaws. Last night's game was punted by the Lakers. They were missing all 5 starters. Don't pay attention to that so much. The Spurs team has some flaws, but guess what? There's a bunch of teams in the league that are very good and have flaws. This is a relatively wide open. Many years we would get to the All-Star break and I would say, guys, let's be honest. There's only 3 teams, 3.5 teams that can win the whole thing. I think there's 5 teams that can win the East. And while I've got Oklahoma City winning the West, there's 3 or 4 teams that could win the West if the right things happen, and the Spurs are one of them.
We're going to get to the East a little later in the hour, Wendy, and we'll run those down. But very quickly, Monica, would you right now pencil in San Antonio as the biggest threat to Oklahoma City in the Western Conference.
You know, Greeny, this conversation popped up about a month ago, and you waver on it. I'm not ready to give it to the Spurs just yet because I'm not going to disregard the Denver Nuggets in terms of Nikola Jokic and their collective experience. But this is an argument that is absolutely rational in terms of what the Spurs have already done to the Oklahoma City Thunder and how unique Wemby is.
All right, both of you stay close again. We're going to the East a little bit.
The world we live in.
Pacers and
Here at
Knicks.
ESPN.
New York has won 9 of the last 10 games. Jalen Brunson making a move right here. Drives to the hoop, scores, and a foul. Brunson hits the free throw. The Knicks cut it to 121 to 120. Pascal Siakam backs off Josh Hart. Elbow jumper is good. Pacers go up by 3. Mind you, this is a team that's at the basement of the East right now. Brunson gives ahead to Landry Shamet. Shoots for the win. It's no good. Karl Anthony Towns swoops in, gets fouled on the putback attempt right there. Take a closer look at that. Definitely a foul. So now the Knicks have a second chance right there. He's headed to the line. Makes the first free throw, hits the second. Now we're headed into OT tied at 124 apiece. About a minute 30 left in OT. Siakam gives it to Quentin Jackson. From beyond the arc, the 3 is good. Pacers take a 7-point lead, and Hallie loves it. 18 seconds left. Shamet steals Aaron Nesmith's pass, connects on the 3 right there. Knicks cut it back to 4. 10 seconds left. Same score. Siakam at the stripe. Missing the first, misses the second. Knicks call a timeout. They got to think it over. So close, yet so far. Josh Hart gives it to Brunson. Pulls up from deep.
Big body.
Come on. Brunson finishes with 40 points. Knicks close on this one. They cut it 135 to 134 after missing the first. Shamet misses the second intentionally. It's a violation. Pacers take over. It's so anticlimactic. Pacers run out the clock and win it 137 to 134.
A loss to Indy at the Garden?
Oh.
Victor Wembanyama wasn't losing anything except for minutes in a blowout. He had 40 points, 12 rebounds in just 26 minutes as the Spurs absolutely smashed the Lakers in LA. Now, LA was playing without LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, but still, Wemby an absolute force continuing his MVP caliber season. Anscape senior writer David Dennis Jr. helping us this morning on SportsCenter to break it down. David, it felt like Wemby could have scored 100 last night if he played a full complement of minutes. Can you put into context what we saw from him in that first quarter, first half?
Well, the fastest player ever to get 25 points in the play-by-play era. I think that sort of sums it up right there. Like, we look at those old videos of Wilt Chamberlain in black and white and he's playing against guys. It's like, oh, that doesn't count. Those are like kind of plumbers. If you put the video from last night in black and white, Wemby looked like Wilt Chamberlain doing this to guys in the 50s. That's exactly what he was doing last night. Yes, he was 3 for 4 from 3, and 8 for 9 overall. But look at the shot chart. It's a couple of threes out there and a whole bunch of circles right around the paint. This is the Victor Wembanyama that terrifies the rest of the league. The guy who is aggressive and is not taking no for an answer, getting to the foul line. Like, when he is shooting those shots closer to the basket, this dude is absolutely unstoppable. What we saw last night from Victor Wembanyama is the blueprint of what he can do for the rest of the league, for the rest of his career.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable, wild, invoking the name Wilt Chamberlain. And it makes sense. Maybe we should coin a new nickname for Wemby. How about the French Dipper? The French Dipper. Big Dipper was Wilt Chamberlain's.
Okay.
We'll think about it.
Yeah. We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it.
LeBron James did not play last night. No Luka either as well. But for LeBron, the absence makes him ineligible for end-of-season awards. David, LeBron had been named to an All-NBA team for a record-setting 21 straight seasons. His 21 All-NBA selections are more than 11 current franchises have on their entire roster, including the Cavs, who have 10 of their selections from James himself. So what do you make of this rule that just came into effect a few years ago that players need to play at least 65 games to qualify for end-of-season awards?
Well, first of all, let's salute LeBron James. We don't have to spend enough time on this 21 that is probably never getting touched. The last time he did not make All-NBA, Usher had just put out Confessions, and Cooper Flagg was not born yet. That's how long ago that was. Now, two things can be true. LeBron James probably was not going to get voted for an All-NBA this year, but also the 65-game rule is nonsense. It's a silly rule, and this goes back to last year when Victor Wembanyama actually was out with the blood clots. He should have still probably got Defensive Player of the Year. Was still leading the league in blocks. I mean, the rule just does not make any sense when you have voters who can parse this out on their own. They're smart enough to factor in missed games. Look at somebody like Nikola Jokic, who is probably a game or two away from not being put on All NBA. Can you imagine Jokic not getting All NBA this year? It just does not really fit logically. And then you got to think about the monetary stuff that's going on here, that players are risking not getting super maxes because of this 65 game rule when sometimes they still deserve it. I think the rule should go, and you should just look at players' seasons in totality.